Well, they don't ask you how you win games. They just ask you how many you have won at the end of the season. And for the Edmonton Oilers, this one was ugly, but they did pull through for the 5-3 win over the Anaheim Ducks, improving their record to 17-1-0 in their last 18 games, going into tomorrow's night's matchup at 8 p.m. Mountain Time against the LA Kings. Now, before we get started, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button for anything else NHL, MLB. I am more of Oilers, Blue Jays, but we'll talk about everyone and so on and so forth. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Well, apparently, according to my short, 700 people seen it. That first period was god awful by the Edmonton Oilers. It was 1-0 Anaheim by the end of it. You know, bad plays. The new defensive pairings didn't seem to work out. They eventually, by the end of the game, put Bouchard and Ekholm back together. Ceci with Kulak. Desharnais and Nurse, I can see they did pretty good. They just need some more time to play together and whatnot. But like I said, the Edmonton Oilers came in to tonight after having their first loss in 17 games. Just sloppy. They hit a bunch of goalposts again. It was ultimately a horrible first period. Second period, it got better. And after the second was 2-2. But my oh my, what can we say about Corey Perry? I literally texted all the TV. I said, I love the Corey Perry shenanigans. Hitting the stick out of Gibson's hand, making him frustrated. And you look 10 seconds later, Kane shoots it short side and gets the game all tied up there. And then, of course, the Oilers, I believe it was 10, 20 seconds after scoring the tying goal, break down defensively and whatnot. So we'll get into the game scoring. Another shout out to Calvin Pickard, who this game could have been easily 10-5 Anaheim. He did rob Anaheim in every period. There was a massive save by Calvin Pickard, who extends his own personal game-winning streak to 5 games with the win tonight. And that first period really could have got down into the ground if it wasn't for Calvin Pickard. So going over the scoring summaries here. First period for Anaheim, it was Cam Fowler on the power play from Frank Vatrano and Adam Henrique, who the Oilers were targeting. And he was kind of one of the guys I kind of paid attention to. Really good penalty killer, can play on the power play, which could boost the second power play unit for the Edmonton Oilers if they do decide to go after him. Really hard-nosed player, can play wing or center, so that's a name that I kind of like to keep up with over the course. I believe going into this game, he had 35 points in 50 games, and I believe he finished this game with 2 more points, so even better, both assists on the first 2 Anaheim goals. Like I said, Corey Perry, doing Corey Perry shenanigans in the second period, hitting Gibson's stick out of his hands, getting the puck to Kane, and Kane finding the back of the net for his 16th of the season. That is Corey Perry's 6th assist of the season, too, first as an Edmonton Oiler. Ryan Strome would score 29 seconds later, from Leo Carlson and Adam Henrique. And then 3 minutes after that, Evander Kane would pot his 17th of the year, second of the night, from Leon Draisaitl, who has 36 assists this season, and Brett Kulak, who has his 4th. Then again on the power play, Edmonton's penalty kill struggled this game mightily. Ryan Strome would find the back of the net, which would be probably the only goal that you could say Calvin Pickard should have had. It was a nice shot there. Sorry, there's a fly or something in here. Oh, it was a spider. But hey, we'll get back to this, as Ryan Strome did pick the far side corner on the power play from Frank Vatrano and Cam Fowler. And then 5 minutes later, they're posting the 3 stars. 5 minutes later, Zach Kyman would pot in a tip from Connor McDavid to make it 3-3. Then not even a minute 20 later, Leon Draisaitl would score on the power play, assisted by Connor McDavid and Evan Bouchard, setting a career high in points for Evan Bouchard on the season with a lot of games to go. He could be talked about in that Norris conversation, depending on how Quinn Hughes, if he can die down or not. That would be one to look for. And then with a minute 10 left, Evander Kane, empty net, seals the hat trick and the game for the Edmonton Oilers. A nifty takeaway by Connor McDavid, who gave it to Derek Ryan, and Ryan gave it to Kane to finish the rest. So, like I said, the game was really sloppy to start off. By the end of the game, the Oilers seemed to know what they were doing. They only gave up 2 shots in the second period, won a goal after a defensive breakdown and whatnot. Stats were 32-27 in shots in favor of the Oilers. Hits were 23-17 in favor of Anaheim. Faceoffs were almost dead even, 27 for Edmonton, 24 for Anaheim. Power plays, Edmonton was 1 for 2 and Anaheim was 2 for 2. And giveaways, Edmonton had 10 to Anaheim's 6. So block shots too were pretty even, 12-13 in favor of Anaheim. And the 3 stars are, of course, Evander Kane, who was a +4 with 3 goals, 17-29 minutes on ice, is your first star. Second star is Ryan Strome. This is coming from Sportsnet app. He had 2 goals. He was a +1. Of course, third star is Leon Draisaitl with 2 points, a +2, and 20 minutes on ice. But hey, like I said, Edmonton Oilers are back in game mode tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Mountain Time against the LA Kings. A huge game. Try and take that game from LA, and we'll talk about standings tomorrow. I believe Dolany TV might be home to stream that. If he is, I'll see you in his chat. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm on out of here.